it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me low, bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Jets. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The option to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Complete to
Odell Beckham, 64 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball... got turned over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now left side on the swing pass. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. Now down it at the 11-yard line.
Their own 11-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Watson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Elliott again.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 38. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
9-yard gain on the play.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Blake Cashman.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
At the 32-yard line.
2nd and 3. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Back at the 28.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
From the gun on third, Watson. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. And occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, it's Hines. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. (21-0) our score after 1.
Steelers 21, Jets 0.
The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Third down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
3rd down and 6.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They are going for it. Here's Watson. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers.
Marquise Brown.
Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Jets, nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across. The 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Kirk now, the return man. Second quarter action. With 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, Watson. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
They go to Elliott again, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
At the 34-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Sliding out of the pocket. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll run it with Elliott. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Let's see what you got. Hey, 31.
From the gun, Watson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Taylor in the ball.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let it...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor taking it in. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then come. Together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On second down now, it's Hines. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Got three down. They've got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Okay.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it, changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
He's through an opening, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A.J. Brown. Brown, 76 yards. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The offense for the Jets ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got a man, it's Mims. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlep Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Watson, off play action. Over the middle here to Brown. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right now.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott, and this time he is in.
Yes. Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out, and this offense is running away with this one. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
43-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. There he goes, right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them attacking.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack?
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are able to get a score back.
For the extra point.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, and he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 7 yards.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott, and he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game of the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The tackle there by Brian Poole. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football. As we get you reset, and let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
7-yard line.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Running with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Throwing now, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
At their own.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.